Hello, this is College Basketball Talk, and I'm your host, Tyler Ferrero, and today I will be talking about college basketball as usual. And to start things off, like I did on my last few shows, I will be talking about the AP Top 25 rankings in college basketball. And at the top, you got the undefeated Syracuse Orange, who were a unanimous number one vote, followed by Arizona, who had their first loss last week, then Florida, then the second undefeated team in college basketball, the Wichita State Shockers, and San Diego State, Villanova, Cincinnati, Kansas, Michigan State, and Michigan. And as you look down the list, you'll see some powerhouses like Duke, Louisville, and Kentucky. And then you also see some lesser-known schools like Creighton, St. Louis, and Gonzaga. And then you see Iowa State and Iowa at the 16th and 17th spot. And for the next segment on my podcast, I'll be talking about some upsets that occurred in the last week in college basketball. And the first upset of the week is when the unranked California Golden Bears beat the previously number one ranked and undefeated Arizona Wildcats 60-58. And Cal handed Arizona its first loss of the year. And now Cal is 15-7. And when you look at the box score, one stat that really stands out is the shooting percentages of both teams. Arizona shot 32.3% from the field, while Cal shot 44.6%. And after the game, we found out that starting forward for the Wildcats, Brandon Ashley, will be out for the year with a torn ACL. And the second upset of the week I'll be talking about is when the 14-8 Indiana Hoosiers beat the 10th ranked Michigan Wolverines at Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana. And as you're looking at the box score, you see that Indiana won nearly every key statistic. They out-rebounded Michigan, shot a higher percentage, and had less turnovers, which led to the 63-52 win over the University of Michigan. Next, I will be talking about two of the bigger games that occurred this week in college basketball. And the first big game I'll be talking about is when number one ranked and new member of the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, met up with the 11th ranked Duke Blue Devils at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York. And this was a close game throughout that ended up going into overtime. But at the end of the game, Syracuse won 91-89. And three key players fouled out for the Duke Blue Devils, two being starters in Emil Jefferson and Jabari Parker. And the other one was sharpshooter Andre Dawkins that came off the bench for them. And Duke just kept hitting big shots towards the end of the game. But it wasn't enough to stop CJ Fair and the Syracuse Orange. And that's why Syracuse won the game. And the second big game I'll be talking about is when the 16th ranked Iowa State Cyclones went down to go up against the 19th ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And sophomore guard Naz Long sent the game into the third overtime after he hit a three-pointer with 1.4 seconds left on the clock that tied up the game. The star of the game for the Iowa State Cyclones was guard DeAndre Kane, who had 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. And this was the first win since 1988 for the Iowa State Cyclones in Stillwater, Oklahoma, against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Now that wraps up this edition of College Basketball Talk. I'm Tyler Ferrero, and I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. So see you then.